All right, it is almost time for casino night to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. We have Dr. Flip Fowler, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis.
A couple years ago, we started a friends group, young professionals who wanted to get engaged in community service, and this is one of their signature events, Casino Night, which will take place on April 28th at the Caramel Room at Bissinger's, which is a fabulous facility. If you've never been there, you would absolutely fall in love with it. And not only is it a great facility, the food is to die for. Well, we have live music, we have casino games, and those in attendance will receive some play money, if you will, to play with or to gamble with, and they can use that money to then bid on auction items. There'll also be raffle tickets that we'll be selling, but it all goes to benefit the boys and girls that we serve at our club sites.
And the Alumni Hall of Honor for the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis is growing. 6 new members were inducted during the annual recognition event last night. The Hall of Honor recognizes outstanding alumni for achievements in their respective fields, commitment to leadership, and service to youth in the community.
And tomorrow, I happen to be helping the 5 on Your Side golf team at the Jim Butler Charity Golf Classic, benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis. So, perfect day for that. And I was out for the Jim Butler Charity Golf Classic to raise money for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. That was out at St. Albans, and when we were all done off the course, you had a few of these little brief downpours that came through.
And the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis and the Zach Foundation are teaming up to teach more than 100 kids the importance of water safety today. Instructors will be giving swimming lessons in the indoor pool, while first responders teach children about safety equipment like fire trucks and rescue boats. The lessons are free, but you need to contact the Boys and Girls Club to see if there are any spots still available for that.
So we have the good people from St. Louis Realtors. They're teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis for a backpack drive. We have Don Gormley here, CEO of St. Louis Realtors. Can you tell me why St. Louis Realtors is involved with this?
Well, you know, our National Association of Realtors is partnered with Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Oh, okay.
And this is our second year. We're so proud to be partnered with Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. So these kids are from the Hazelwood Club. We're actually going to be at the Herbert Hoover Club tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to be stuffing the backpacks, and about 2 o'clock we're going to hand the backpacks over to the kids. And the smile, the joy on their faces, it's like Christmas in July.
The packing party is tomorrow at the Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis, 2901 North Grand in North St. Louis.
St. Louis Realtors and the Boys and Girls Club partnered to stuff backpacks once again this year. More than 400 kids got bags today. A total of 800 scored new school supplies.
School supplies are very expensive, but that's the whole idea, is to be able to provide for the children in need. And the ones that get the backpacks and everything are so excited, and to see their faces when they get the backpacks is extraordinary.
Putting an emphasis on education, helping young people be prepared for school is the first step. And then we provide support by encouraging them to attend school on a regular basis.
Cricket Wireless is making area children ready for school.
They donated 100 backpacks filled with supplies at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis. This is the company's second year for the event. Congratulations on that. Timely, too.
Flint Fowler is here to tell us about the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis if people don't know, and also we're going to do some shopping for you.
We're going to do some shopping, and I'm happy to tell people about the club. It's a wonderful, safe place for kids to come, have fun, interact with their peers, and have caring adults to look out for their well-being.
And so you're shopping today because you have a summer camp going on.
We have summer camp going on all summer. Runs for 8 weeks, and young people are there. They're staying intellectually engaged. They're having fun. They're swimming. They're going on field trips. They're running around. They're expending their energy in a good way. So by the time they get home at night, we turn them over to the parents, and they're ready for bed.
And they have some great role models too with the Boys and Girls Club.
Indeed. I think we make sure that our staff and volunteers are well prepared to work with young people.
So wherever you want to go.
We do provide breakfast and lunch.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but we want to make sure we have a healthy snack for them as well. Young people perform better in school. They stay better engaged if they have something to eat. Well, if they're interested in learning more about the club, to volunteer or look for employment or enroll their child, we work with youth ages 6 to 18. We have 10 locations across the greater metropolitan area. They can call 314-335-8000, or they can go to www.bgcstl.org.
All right, St. Louis Police invites city residents to a community blitz today. It's from 4:30 to 6:30 this afternoon at the Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club in North Grand. Their new Polar Cops ice cream truck will be there, along with face painters and a balloon artist. Acting Police Chief Lawrence O'Toole says it is a fun event to bring the community together and to give police a chance to interact with the people they serve, and it builds a better community relationship.
NBA star and St. Louis native Jason Tatum returned to his hometown today. He came back to congratulate kids at the Boys and Girls Club for helping victims of the recent hurricanes.
Big smiles and bright faces as NBA player and St. Louis native Jason Tatum signs autographs and snaps photos with young fans at the Boys and Girls Club on North Grand Avenue.
You know, I was in this building, about 10 years ago playing.
Last month, Tatum challenged the children to help gather donations for Boys and Girls Clubs in Texas and Florida, sites still recovering after hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Now he's teaching them that hard work pays off. His presence, proof of their achievement. How do you feel knowing that you're able to help and make a difference?
I feel good. It do.
Case after case of water, canned food, and more will soon be sent out to help hurricane victims. These supplies, a compilation of donations from all 10 Greater St. Louis Boys and Girls Clubs and community partners.
Just for them to come together and, to have impact on somebody else that they probably would never know can go a long way.
Tatum partnered with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. The Herbert Hoover Club collected the most donations in order to provide relief to the clubs in Houston and Florida impacted by the recent hurricanes. Tatum surprised the kids, posed for pictures, and signed some autographs.
Over the weekend, Tatum was back here in St. Louis, spending time at the Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club, a place he used to hang out when he was a kid. Tatum fulfilling a promise to have lunch with some kids that collected hurricane relief items.
His rookie NBA season about to begin. Jason Tatum popped back into town over the weekend, spending time with the Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club, a place that he used to hang out. Tatum fulfilling a promise to have lunch with some kids that collected hurricane relief items.
And now for this special story from the Cardinals Insider team.
We are here tonight in support of the Boys and Girls Club of St. Louis. We decided to host the annual Jim Butler golf tournament dinner here at Busch Stadium. We're very fortunate to have some really great partners and sponsors of the Boys and Girls Club.
I guess in its simplest terms, what we do is help young people grow up to be productive and responsible citizens. The partnership with the Cardinals goes back from the very beginning. This year, we're pleased to celebrate our 50th anniversary. 46. The money that's generated by the silent auction, the live auction, and a portion of the fees that it goes to participate in the golf tournament will all go to support programs at the Boys and Girls Club.
17-year-old Michael Monique Mayo was awarded the 2018 Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year Award. She was one of 14 finalists for the award and spoke about perseverance after living out of a car with her mother. She now spends time motivating others to achieve their goals.
I've never been really acknowledged for the work that I did. I just kind of went along with the flow and did my thing. And now people are like, oh, you're doing a really good job. And it pushes you to do better because now you see people are looking at you and they're watching you and they're being inspired.
Michael Monique was also awarded a $5,000 scholarship and a Honda Accord courtesy of Frank Letta Automotive Group.